Welcome back to my channel. Today is day 18 of the Embodying Your Higher Self Challenge. If you're not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button to follow along. And today we're going to talk about educational content. Now, when I think of my higher self, I think of somebody that is always learning and always understands the importance of learning and continuing to grow our skills and our knowledge throughout our lifetime. A lot of us think that when we are finished school, we don't need to learn anymore and we don't need to worry about pushing ourselves out of our comfort zones, taking new courses, reading new books. We are kind of done with the learning, and that is where I don't see the benefit of having that mindset, because when I see us as being our higher selves, I see us as people that are always trying to learn and grow our skill set so we can continue with the growth throughout our lifespan. When I think of my higher self, I think of somebody that is willing to continue learning. They are happy to take the extra course, they are happy to read the extra book and listen to podcasts and listen to people that understand exactly what they're talking about and can help us grow in areas that we're not 100% on. Now, this especially helps when it comes to business. I am trying to grow my own business, and when I actually think about there is so much I don't know, I need to learn that through podcasts, through YouTube, through different learnings and trainings and books. I'm going to have to understand that I'm not going to have all the knowledge straight up from school. There is only so much that we learn through school, and one thing that they didn't actually teach us at my school was anything to do with proper business. What I learned in business at school was more textbook, and it wasn't actually an insight into how to run a business, the things you need to think about when it comes to business, and the fact that you're going to have your own taxes to do. There's the importance of understanding your client and how you are going to be perceived by them. So when it comes to our higher selves, I feel we should always be learning new skills and new information that we didn't know before. In order to become that higher version of us, we are going to have to keep learning. I have found so much information through podcasts, through reading so many books, having that as physical books or even audio books on the way to my office job. And I've also learned through taking courses myself of what do I actually want to learn about. To become our higher selves, we always need to be learning, and in order to embody that version of us, we can't just take it as we already know everything. We don't know half as much as what we need to know, and throughout our lifespan we are going to be learning so many new tips and tricks along the way, even down to when you're doing a new hobby. That is something that you are learning. You are having to take on board the actions that it takes in order to become somebody that understands that hobby and knows how to do it without looking at instruction manuals and being able to explain that to somebody else. That'll all take practice and learning. So when I think of becoming my higher self and taking on more educational content, I think of an all-round lifespan of what do I need to take on board in order to grow in every area of my life. I'm not just thinking about how to become my higher self, but I'm thinking about how to become a better person all round in every aspect. So how I'm learning to cook and bake, and how I'm learning to understand business, different technology problems that I'm having, some things with my laptop. If I need help, I end up going to YouTube, watching a educational content video on it. There is so many things that we don't realize that we are educating ourselves on every single day. Something can come up and something can happen, and we find ourselves trying to find that solution. And this is where educational content comes into it, because we are learning every single day. And in order to become somebody that we see as our higher self, it might not be you. I see myself as being somebody that is very knowledgeable, knows exactly what they want. They have an understanding of a lot of things in their life that they want to talk about. And it's not just surface level. They are able to go deeper if they want to in a conversation, because they have taken the time to learn exactly what they need to learn about. So they can have a proper deep conversation, and they can seem more knowledgeable about a lot of things in their life that they wasn't able to before. Now, as I've said, there is different ways that we can actually learn. So we could be learning through different hobbies that we are doing straight away. So you're having to read instruction manuals, you're having to watch YouTube videos. Now I'm going to be taking this on board, and I'm going to be watching this video, understanding exactly what I've got to do. And now I have an understanding of exactly how. So this is all educational, this is all learning. All different types of hobbies, you're going to have to read instructions, and you're going to have to learn how to bake, you're going to have to learn temperatures, you're going to have to read instructions on what ingredients go into your cooking. When it comes to business side of things, you could be watching a course, you could be watching a video on how to do something, you could be learning through books, you could be learning through podcasts. and other people's experiences. There are so many ways in which we can learn. Every now and then I feel we should be pushed out of our comfort zone and try to learn something that we have once been interested in but haven't pushed ourselves to actually learn. Just like at school, you are kind of forced to learn certain topics and certain things within them topics. So I feel we should actually pull this through to our adult life so we can continue learning and growing and just become an all-rounder when it comes to knowledge and understanding different topics, so we can have more conversations with people. We can just seem more knowledgeable, and if that makes us happy and become our higher self, then that is the end goal. And that's all that I have for you for this video. Your main takeaway is just to push yourself out of your comfort zone and try to learn one new thing this week or this month. It doesn't have to be a lot. Just push yourself out of your comfort zone and try to see the world in a different light. There are so many more tips to come, so make sure you like this video and hit that subscribe button so you can be notified of all my future uploads. And until next time, keep manifesting your biggest goals.